Welcome to my all student, myself Dr. Argothit Mondol, Assistant Professor, Brainwell University. Okay, so today we can discuss about the biodiversity. Very important topic at the present context. Okay, so what is the meaning of biodiversity? First of all, we want to know the meaning of this terminology. If we break down this terminology, so we can get the biology and the diversity. So biology or biological is the all living content of a particular area, and diversity means we know the variation. So the biological variation or the biological diversity means in a particular area the all living content like the plants, animal, microorganism, so all are collectively called the biodiversity of this particular area. Okay. So one another terminology is very commonly we can use the ecosystem. So ecosystem means we all know the living or non-living. Both things are actually collectively known as a ecosystem. But in case of biodiversity, we only consider the biological diversity means the living component. This terminology was first used by the Walter J. Rosen in the 1985. Okay, and now the type of biodiversity or the level of biodiversity. Level means depending on their area, depending on their different criteria, they can divide it into three type of level. Number one is the genetical diversity, second one is the species diversity, and third one is the ecosystem diversity. Okay, so first one, genetical diversity. So what is the meaning of genetical diversity? Genetical diversity means within a single species, within a single species when different kind of criteria are actually available. For example, we all are the human. Okay, so our scientific name Homo sapiens. So within this single species, different kind of characteristics are available, like as our height, different type of height, our skin color, different type of skin color, our IQ. So defined criteria are present in a single species. Okay, so this is known as a genetical diversity. Clear? Genetical diversity. So genetical diversity always occurs within a single species. Clear? So this is the most small unit in the biodiversity level. Second one is the species diversity. Okay, species diversity. The genetical diversity occurs within a single species, but the species diversity occurs in a particular habitat. Okay, in a particular habitat or in a particular ecosystem. Clear? For example, in a particular forest, different kind of species are present, different kind of plant species, different kind of animal species, or different kind of microorganism. So they all are present in a particular forest. So this forest is a habitat of those organisms, and those different kind of species are present in a particular single habitat or this particular ecosystem. So these concepts are known as a species diversity. This is the second level of biodiversity. So just you can notate that in case of first level means the genetic diversity, that time this is occurs within a single species. Okay. In case of species diversity, this is occurs within a single ecosystem. So compared to species to ecosystem, ecosystem are more broader. Okay. So now the third one, ecosystem diversity, the last level of this biodiversity. And this ecosystem diversity always occurs in a large area. For example, in our West Bengal, different kind of ecosystem are actually present. So this large area are contain different kind of ecosystem. This is known as a ecosystem diversity. Okay, so if you noted the genetical diversity is the first level of diversity. Their size is very conscious within only a particular species. Then the species diversity occurs within a particular habitat or the ecosystem, and the ecosystem diversity occurs within a region where different kind of biodiversity or ecosystem are present. Clear? So this is the three different level of biodiversity. Now we want to know what is the importance of biodiversity. So actually importance of biodiversity is very vast or very large in our daily life. From morning to night or every moment of our life we can interact with our biodiversity. So their importance are not countable. But here we can mention few importance diversity. Okay, the number one, maintaining of ecological balancing. So ecological balancing means, at first we discuss ecology means biotic and abiotic component. So in our ecosystem, all biotic component are balancing each other. So this is the maintaining of ecological balance. Second one, support food chain and food web. Okay, food chain and food web means total ecological balance are depending on the relation between producer and consumer. Producer means who are produce the energy, and consumer means who are consume those energy. So this relation also reflected through the food chain, or the complex form of food chain are known as a food web. Okay, so the balancing between this producer and consumer all are the part of biodiversity. This is one another important part of biodiversity. And third one is the provides. Provides means from our biodiversity, we means the human are actually get different kind of material in their daily life. Actually the maximum material we can get from our biodiversity or nature. Okay, nature means here we can specifically mention the living component. So here the mention medicine. So we know that the raw material of this medicine, different kind of raw material we can get from nature. Raw material means different kind of raw material like the different kind of color, different kind of medicinal plant or different food source. So all things are get from this biodiversity. Third one is the pollination and clean water. So pollination also very important. Without pollination, any kind of production are not happen in the plant system. So without production of plant system, total things are very helpless in our system. Okay, and clean water also very important for our daily life. So different kind of things actually importance which we get from our biodiversity. And last one is the cultural and aesthetic value. So cultural and aesthetic value, so depending on our different culture we can depending on our biodiversity in different. So those are the main importance of the biodiversity. Rather than this different kind of importance are, and the one of the most important part of biodiversity, this is the biodiversity hotspot. So we all know what is the meaning of hotspot. Very common terminology. Hotspot means any particular area are very famous for any particular reason. So those area are hotspot for this particular reason. Clear? So here the biodiversity hotspot means these area are famous for the biodiversity. Biodiversity means different kind of species are available on this area. Their species richness is very high. The variation of species is very high. So different kind of criteria are present. So between these all criteria, the main two key criteria are present. It is must contain at least 1500 species of vascular plant as a endemic and have lost at least 70% of its original vegetation. Okay, so this is two key point is very important for any kind of biodiversity hotspot. And worldwide 36 biodiversity hotspots are present. Okay, so worldwide 36 biodiversity hotspots are present. So between these 36 hotspots, in our India, 4 hotspot region are present. 4 hotspot region are present. So number one is the Himalaya region. So we all know in our upper portion of our India, so the Himalaya are present. We all know for their lower temperature they can contain a specific biodiversity on this area. So depending on this biodiversity, different kind of plant and animal species are present. Western Ghat. So in this Western Ghat, huge amount of actually rain are present. and this particular natural environmental condition, huge amount of defined plant are present. And the Indo-Burma region, and last one is Sundaland. This Indo-Burma region and Sundaland are specifically for the international hotspot sharing region, because this Indo-Burma and Sundaland not are complete in our India. So they are the international sharing hotspot. Clear? So four hotspot regions are present in our India within 36, and the threat of biodiversity most important for the present context. Most important for the present context. Okay, because our biodiversity are very threatened at the present condition. Our biodiversity are very threatened at the present condition. Why? Because different kind of activity specifically for the human being. Different kind of activity of specific for the human being, like the habitat destruction. So what is the meaning of habitat destruction? What is the meaning of habitat? Habitat means when different species are present in a particular region, this region are known as a habitat of this particular organism. Okay, so habitat are destroyed due to different reason. And pollution. Pollution means we know that the pollution also very important for the present context. So different kind of pollution are actually happened due to the huge number of population and climatic change. And climatic change also very important for the present context, and the over exploitation, and last one is invasive species. Specifically all point are dictated that human beings are the most threatened for our biodiversity, because we are doing many things for our own requirement. We cannot think what is the important for our environment, what is the important for our nature, what is actually required, what is not required. So our important means we can just do this. So this is the main threat of our biodiversity. So just I repeat this, habitat destruction means our habitats means living area are destructed. Our means not for the human. Okay, this is for the all living organism. Second one is pollution, very common for everyone. Climate change means weather change, and the over exploitation and invasive species. Okay, and the consequence of biodiversity loss, disruption of ecosystem, loss of species and genetic resources, reduced resilience to climatic change and disease, and threat to human survival. Okay, so those are the very important consequence of biodiversity depending on the human. And the conservation of biodiversity, this is another very important, because conservation is very important for sustainability of this biodiversity system. Okay, so first one is in situ, second one is ex situ. In situ means including natural habitat. In means including natural habitat. This is the in situ conservation. And ex situ means outside of natural habitat. Okay, just to remember, in situ means inside the natural habitat, and ex situ means outside the natural habitat. Okay, so in situ natural conservation example is national forest, wildlife sanctuary, where the natural environment are present and species are present in their natural. Okay, in ex situ condition, zoo, botanical garden, gene bank. So those all are the ex situ condition, because here artificially those organism or those species are present. And the biodiversity of India. So according to our world, 17 mega diversity are present. 17 mega diversity are present. So within this 17 mega diversity, India one of the mega diversity. Why? Because India are sharing 3% land, but according to our biodiversity, we can sharing the 5%. So depending on our land area, our biodiversity sharing is very high. So over 90,000 animal and 45,000 plant species are present in our India. And different biodiversity rich zone are present in India, like the Himalaya, Western Ghat, northeastern India, Andaman and Nicobar Island. Actually, the hotspot region are specifically the biodiversity rich area. And summary and call of action. What is the important? The biodiversity is essential for life on Earth, facing critical threats for human activities, and everyone can help by the reducing waste, supporting conservation effort, and spreading awareness throughout the common people. And this is few trusted online source. And last one, thank you. So one request from my side. So everyone try to conserve your biodiversity in the surrounding area of you. Okay, thank you.